like our marks depended on it. Try it again. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Heifer International and all of its partners, please welcome your host for the day, standing at 6'2", your man for the day, Dr. Mitch Egwang. Now that sounds like an entrance for the host of the AYuTe Awards right here. My name is Dr. Mitch Egwang. I want you to do a simple thing for me before I introduce myself, because my mother told me you never speak to strangers, neither do you sit with strangers. Turn to your neighbor and say, do you think agriculture is cool? Turn to your neighbor, ask them. No. In fact, ask your neighbor, is agriculture sexy? Ask them. No, just confirm. In fact, do one thing more. Ask them, do you think it is sexy or you just like watching TikTok? Just confirm, just be sure. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to be here. My name is Dr. Ronnie Mitch Egwang, and probably, I would say, 35 years ago, with lots of hope and ambition. I'd come straight from Namliango College, and I used to stay in a hall full of guys who had their own vibe. Anybody from Lumumba, eh? A boxer, eh? Yes, that's where I was. And I used to walk from Lumumba all the way across the university to a place called vet school. Now, for those of you who don't know veterinary medicine, but veterinary doctors are known as, first of all, the most boring. And this is the truth. Everybody thinks that doctors are too stuck up and that doctors don't have vibe. And that, above all, we were doing the most difficult course at the university. Do you guys know that actually veterinary doctors, the challenge that we face is that we have so many different animal groups. Human doctors only have one. In the morning, we're studying about cats. The next day, we're studying about dogs. Then the next day, we're studying about chicken. And then you have to come back and still integrate yourself in life. Little did we see the potential that one, being a vet doctor and the agribusiness sector, it would have. So fast forward now. The world has changed. Agriculture is not what it was 30 years ago. Right now, it is an industry which is worth close to $1.5 trillion every single year. Now, how do we as Ugandans take advantage of that? First of all, it's actually by understanding that there's opportunity and there's potential. So that's why we are proud as Heifer International to have, innovated something which actually can shake the world and show people that there's a chance for you to make a difference for your future. This is the third season that we've identified young people just like yourselves and asked them, do you want to make a difference? Do you want to ensure that your future takes care of other people's futures? A lot of people are thinking, no, if I want to get a job, I want an easy job. I want one which is chilling, I'll sit back, I'll relax, spin in my chair. But the question is, will you have food on your table tomorrow? One of the easiest sectors is one where you know you have got a guaranteed market. Now that market is somebody who eats in the morning, lunch, and evening. So why don't you want a piece of that? So ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to be able to change your future, as long as you can see the potential in agribusiness. So, to kick it off, it is only fair, ladies and gentlemen, to hear from our host. Please welcome the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Buinza. Big round of applause as he makes his way. Energy, please. Professor, I'd like you to use the other microphone. So that is for VIPs. Me, I'm just a munachalo. Yes, please put music for everybody who comes to keep the energy levels high. Big round of applause.
Hello, hello. Join me to welcome Mr. Ronald Segawa, the Undersecretary, Minister of Agriculture, Animal Resources and Fisheries, who is representing the Honorable Minister of Agriculture. With us, you are welcome back home. With us we have Mr. William Matovu, the Country Director, and the African Country Strategy Lead, Heifer International. I know for sure that my colleague, Dr. Ambide Catherine, is in here. The Director of the Makerere Innovations Hub, management, faculty, students, well-wishers, and our partners. It is a pleasure to welcome you at this very important event, where collectively we shall be reimagining the African agriculture. Of course, one would say what is new about the agriculture of today, but a lot has changed. I want to tell you that even at this university, the way we are training agriculture is not the way we did in the 70s and 80s, simply because we believe that currently, of course, the world has moved on. Even Makerere has moved on to emphasize community engagement. We believe in policy research. We've done quite a lot in building capacity for promotion of sustainable agriculture, with the sole purpose, of course, of building sustainable economies, including ours. We know for sure that you cannot talk about agriculture without thinking about food security, livelihoods, health, of course, and the associated disciplines and that inform, of course, the well-being of our community. I've been informed that this is season 3. That means there have been 2 seasons before this. And what makes me overjoyed tonight is that Makerere is hosting season 3. Thank you very much for choosing Makerere to host season 3. I've been informed that we shall be later on working on a memorandum of understanding with the Heifer Project International, where we intend, of course, to build the capacity and even make it better. As a university, a research-led institution, we've got a sole vision. That is, of course, deepening our influence to influence policy in this country, shape the National Development Plan of Uganda, but also, most importantly, of course, provide solutions to the challenges that face us today. World over. In fact, today, the challenges of food security, challenges of disease, challenges of conflict, challenges of name it, have shown us that we do not need a boundary to divide us between a country and the other. So as a country, as a university, we shall continue to engage in collaborative research efforts that inform policy formulation in this country. We shall continue to build the capacity for sustainable agriculture. I know if they are students of agriculture, we are now talking about climate-smart agriculture. So as a university, we are investing quite a lot in building the human resource that will fit and provide for that climate-smart agriculture. Without wasting your time, I know for sure that there have been our students and also their supervisors that have participated in this challenge, and today we are here to witness the award. And most importantly, I've been informed by Kathy that it's not all about, it doesn't end with the award, but thereafter they continue to support you build your capacity through incubation and even commercialization. For quite long, we have done research. We've gotten research outputs. and products and services, but we did not incubate them and commercialize them. And therefore, our contribution to the national economy has been meager. Events of this nature will give us also a platform how we can enhance our relevance to a country. Of course, we shall continue to make inroads between Heifer International, Project International, and the colleges, the relevant colleges and departments at this university, such that we continue to synergize one another and possibly, in a way, also learn from one another. Joint research is the way to go. I know that whoever is here appreciates the importance of multidisciplinary research. We want to work with engineers, we want to work with educationists, sociologists, vet, and all the disciplines in the university to make sure that we make a better future for our country and citizens. I want to end here. I convey the warm greetings from the Vice Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, who is not here with us. He's on official travel, but he wishes you fruitful deliberations in the course of the day. I want to end by thanking our proud alumni for the good work that you continue to do. And we believe that you need to connect with the convocation such that we ride on your fame to really build the image of the university. We build it for the future. Thank you very much.
I still come here, not for benching. Someone said benching. Not for benching, no. I think it's important to understand, you know, in life, how you can kufunamu. And that's the truth. Because the question is, every time you're doing something, you're going to ask yourself that, how do I benefit? Why should I go to the university and study for 5 years and get a degree in something? What sort of impact? And I like the fact that Professor mentioned that it should not just stop at research, but how am I going to take that research and involve it into something commercially viable so that it can actually make an impact? To do that, I think they say a picture can actually share 1,000 words. So I'd like you to draw your attention to the screen and listen to 2 testimonies of people who have participated in the AYuTe challenge, and it's beginning to make a difference in their lives. Videos, please.
My name is Okoche Samuel Peter, a proud alumnus of AYuTe Africa Challenge Season 2. Guess what? AYuTe Africa Challenge Season 3 is back. And this year, every innovator who makes it to the top 15 will have a chance to partake in the grand prize of the challenge. In 2023, I participated in AYuTe Africa Challenge Uganda Season 2, where I emerged victorious as the overall winner with my innovation, the Smart Cocoa Brewder. The grant from Heifer International was a turning point in my innovation journey. It was able to transform my innovation from a prototype level into a commercial product. We were able to set up a standard production unit in the district of Mbarara, where we're currently doing production. In the workshop, we have acquired state-of-the-art technologies and machinery to help us with our commercial production. We have been able to employ 5 active employees at our workshop premises and created jobs for dozens of youths in the raw material supply value chain. To date, we have expanded our reach to most of the regions in Uganda, which includes Lira, Barara, and the Greater Teso. This is where our impact has been felt the most, as is the regions where poultry is being done a lot in Uganda. In June 2024, I participated in AYuTe Africa Next Generation Challenge. In this challenge, we were nominated from a group of 100 youth from all over Africa, and the grand finale happened in Kigali, Rwanda. It has been a learning opportunity for me, and I really appreciate Heifer International for offering such opportunity to the youth of Africa. I was able to network with fellow innovators from countries like Kenya, Nigeria, and Rwanda and share ideas.
Hello, my name is Dr. Aina Samantha, a co-founder from Fraser Nanotech. We were privileged to come up as the second runners-up for the AYuTe Challenge Season 2. At Fraser Nanotech, we provide a solution for fruit farmers and vendors, small-scale farmers in particular, with the opportunity to preserve their fruits and vegetables for an extended 30 days. So we sell this formulation in sachets to the farmers, and they're able to incorporate it in their produce and have their fruits and vegetables preserved longer. And this enables the farmers to have even a greater profit margin from their produce. At Fraser Nanotech, we've engaged with 120 farmers, and most of them double as fruit farmers and vendors as well. We've been able to employ 10 youth, of which 6 are part-time and 4 are full-time. We've employed them as chemists, legal advisors, engineers, and we look to scale up and employ even more youth in the future. I'd love to see more young people, especially the women, participate in this challenge. It has given us great opportunities as Fraser. We've been able to scale, we've been able to meet like-minded people, interact with them, find partnership opportunities, and we've also been able to expose our innovation and hence create a footprint in our market space.
You know, one of the biggest challenges we face as, I was going to say us as young people, but I'm also young when I'm compared to my grandfather and the rest. But as young people, a lot of times people perceive that your voices are not being heard and that your ideas are not being taken into consideration. And this is one of the interesting things that the AYuTe Challenge brings to the forefront. It removes all those barriers and says, if your idea works and it can make a difference and it can change lives and it can impact on the agribusiness sector, bring it. We will amplify it and then we will send it out into the world. So what's the process? How do you become a part of this? I know a lot of you maybe were not part of the challenge this year, but there is hope for it coming back again next year. And you don't have to wait for the AYuTe Challenge to actually come up with your innovations. So what I'd like to do is that I'd like to take you on a journey to help you understand better about the challenge and the impact that it has had in Uganda. Video, please.
2 years ago, Heifer International launched an ambitious journey to rally Uganda's youth to join the AYuTe Africa Challenge. Two years ago, Heifer International launched an ambitious journey to rally Uganda's youth to join the AYuTe Africa Challenge, an initiative to transform the agricultural landscape of our nation and the continent. The mission, simple yet powerful, to empower young innovators, boost food security, create jobs for the youth, all through the power of agri-tech. This year's AYuTe Africa Challenge kicked off with more energy than ever. The buzz spread like wildfire, from universities to innovation hubs, even on social media. The search for Uganda's next big agri-tech stars was on, and the stakes were higher. A share of 112 million shillings was up for grabs, with a special focus on women-led innovations. June 11th, 2024, this is where our journey truly began.
We are giving you a platform so that you can be able to showcase your energy, your innovation, but also to be able to connect it to resources that can enable you to create the jobs we are applying for the continent, so that yourself and your fellow other young people can live a different life.
Submissions started pouring in from all over Uganda, driven by our special outreach through media, direct emails, calls to universities and innovation hubs, and the response was overwhelming. 261 brilliant minds answered the call, each eager to make a claim of their share of the 112 million, but only the best could make it through. For nearly a month, our dedicated panel of judges sifted through each entry, narrowing it down to the top 19. The selection process was tough. Only the most original, scalable, and impactful ideas made the cut. From here, the real journey began. Our top 19 innovators were taken through an intense incubation program where they sharpened their skills in pitching, team building, scaling their ideas for real-world impact. Each of them was preparing for one goal: to secure the share of 112 million and make their innovation a reality for all Ugandans. Pitch Day was here, and our 19 innovators and 7 expert judges took stage. With only a few minutes to sell their vision, the pressure was on. This was the moment they had all been preparing for.
Individuals to answer questions and to actually inspire us a little bit more about what this AYuTe challenge is about. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage a past AYuTe winner who actually came up with an automated fish feeding concept. Please welcome Willie Katumwa. As Willie makes his way, ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to introduce a 2023 winner who came up with an interesting technology which keeps food fresh for a longer time. Please welcome Samantha, Dr. Samantha Ainembabazi. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome also one of the judges from Easier Greek. We've got a representative from Easier Greek. I don't know if they're here, but if they're there, please make your way to the stage. Big round of applause. As you, please take your seats. Those chairs are for you. They are not for fashion. One of the things is that when you have talent and you have skill, you need to be able to be guided in the right direction. So one of our partners and who managed to come up with an incubation bootcamp idea. Please welcome from Hive Collab, ladies and gentlemen, Viana Kamakune. Big round of applause. So as Viana makes her way there, I'll also make my way to the front. One of the biggest challenges I've always faced with panel discussions like this is that they're great and they look so exciting from that side, but they're so distant from us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask us to prepare a couple of questions and say, you know what, Mitch, this is what I want you to ask them. In fact, you know, one of the skills that I picked up along the way is that to be a good facilitator, you have to know how to engage with people. So, which side has the smartest students? This one? But which side has the smartest students? On my right, yeah? All right, so, you know, the story I had it when we were in vet school that people with glasses are the sharpest. Is that true? Is that true? No, those are the people who are the most blind, huh? Just give me, I like from this side here, give me 2 questions I can take to the panel there as I'm preparing. Anyone, 2 questions. Don't think too hard. You're looking too hard. What's your name?
Okwi.
Okwi, what are you studying?
Forestry.
Forestry. What question do you think I should take to those guys there so that I prepare them along the way?
How they made it.
How they made it. That's a question from a university student. Let's clap for that, huh? That's a very powerful question. How did you make it? So, and you, what's your name?
Nalbogo Docas Odre.
Docas, what are you studying?
Information Systems and Technology.
So, is there a question that you'd probably like to ask one of them there? Any question? As for now, no, you're happy. Okay, Docas is happy. Anybody have a question? Just shout it out for me. I want to hear that we are taking this thing in. Anyone? Who? Where? What's your name?
My name is Ajokrita Bong from College of Veterinary Medicine. I would like to ask the lady that made the fruits, okay, nanotechnology for the fruits not to go bad. Are there any side effects of that drug on the fruits, like, or to the people who eat it?
I like that. Are there any side effects? Interesting, interesting. Samantha, we've got other questions coming up. What's your name?
My name is Baloja Jonathan from College of Business and Management Sciences. So I want to ask Dr. Samantha, what thought really hit her to come up with such an idea of preserving food?
Nice. I like that. Samantha, I'm going to be increasing the number of people on the panel, but that's just a warm-up, you see. So people want to know, does it have an impact? So maybe you can just warm that up as I continue constituting the team. Good to see you again, by the way. Every time Samantha is there and I introduce her as just Samantha, she says, no, Dr. Mitch, you're not the only doctor, so call me Dr. Samantha. So Dr. Samantha, you warm up before I invite the next two individuals. Answer that question for me. Just press the button.
Hello. Okay. So thank you. I'm really glad to be here. My name is Ainembabasi Samantha, Dr. Ainembabasi Samantha. Yes, I am a medical doctor. I don't have a PhD. Yes, so to answer your question about if the Fraser nanotechnology has a side effect. So when we innovated Fraser, the solution, the formulation, we used components that are safe for human consumption. So we know that the way the Fraser formulation works is that it will settle on the membranes of fruits and vegetables, and the way we wanted to outcompete the solutions that are already there on the market is to make it humanly safe for consumption. So you can trust that it is, and it does not have any side effects. Yeah, so basically the formulation will settle on the membranes of fruits and vegetables and conserve them like that. So it had to be able to be consumed by human beings. So it had to be practically edible. So it does not have any side effects and it's safe. Yeah, and trust and believe.
Thank you very much. So I think one of the questions is, so what's the context for International? Because you see, the background with Heifer International is that for close to over 80 years worldwide, Heifer International has been, trying to ensure that we end hunger. And we try to be able to, provide people with gainful employment, jobs, and to make sure that we don't damage the environment at the same time. But engagement with Uganda only started in 1982. So that's almost like 40 years of impact. But why now? So to answer that question, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome from Heifer International to also join the panel, Mr. John Senyonga. Give him a big round of applause. John, where are you at? Make your way to the top. And as you're making your way, in fact, just stop at the podium there. Stop at the podium, John. No. DJ Low. DJ Low for a second, Low. You see, the problem is that when he's the one paying your salary, he can do what he wants. Huh? It's okay, John. Me, I wanted to give you a moment on the magic mic. It's okay. You share that one now, John. But it's good to see you again. Just turn that one there. John, everybody wants to know, why now? Why has Heifer International decided that we should do this challenge 3 years now running? What changed? What was that moment which actually clicked? So we'd like to know.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. As Dr. Mitch has mentioned, Heifer International has been in existence for 80 years and 42 years in Uganda. And a couple of years ago, maybe 20 years ago, we've been known very much as a cow organization. And maybe until today, people know us as a cow organization. but we started a journey of transitioning ourselves from cow to capital, and that capital means a lot. And this has been driven mainly by the fact that many smallholder farmers and the entire agriculture sector, especially in Africa, is driven by smallholder farmers. They kind of control the food system, but the challenge is that they continue to face challenges related to climate change, harmful agricultural practices, and that these are becoming more evident and more worse in the recent years. So in 2021, specifically speaking to this AYuTe challenge, we conducted a study that we called The Future of Africa's Agriculture, mainly looking at the role of youth and technology. And from that study, we envisioned that combining the power of young people with the emerging technologies within our ecosystem could help us to solve some of these emerging challenges that the smallholder farmers are facing. So we are looking at agriculture, youth, and technology. And thus gave to the birth of AYuTe. So the challenge started at regional level, and then in 2022, we started running it at country level across the different African countries where Heifer operates. So we are looking at how we can tap into the energy, the innovation of young people, give them space, mainly supporting them with capital, because when these technologies come up, they need to be supported so that they move from being prototypes to real products on the market, supporting them with BDS, human capital development, and also working with the different actors around issues of policy engagement. That's why we have all these partners together. So basically, that's how AYuTe came into place.
Thank you, John. One of the things which is very which for the longest time everybody thought, oh, farmers were guys who get their hands dirty, they wear torn clothes. There's no vibe being a farmer. So we were very excited to have partnered with Unipod from Makerere University, and I'd like to call, I think, Dr. Mbide. Could you make your way to the stage? Let's give her a big round of applause as she makes her way to the stage. And the question that I'm going to ask her is, you know, the challenge is there. How do you create that spark of excitement and get young people rallied up behind? I want to see if we, no. True gentleman. Give him a round of applause. Eish. Are you from Lumumba Hall also? No, you can't be from Lumumba, definitely. So, Dr. Mbide. So how did you do it? Because look at this sort of excitement here. We saw the numbers that participated in the challenge. And one of the things which we have also seen is that we've seen an upward trend. One, an increase in the number of participants, but also an increase in the number of women who participated. So I think that is a sign that people are getting excited. So Dr. Mbide, what strategy did you employ?
Wow. Thank you. Creative and innovative. So in 2022, the university under the Vice Chancellor's office set up an innovation pod. It is a multidisciplinary space that provides young people, especially Makerere University students, with a space to think. So presenting to them such an opportunity where they can explore their ideas, transform their research into products, was an exciting opportunity for them to be able to participate. So giving the young people information and showing them the pathway. One of the other things that is done at the Unipod is we provide intentional support in terms of how to nurture an idea from research to innovation. We also provide the young people with mentorship a kind of support, access to funding, and access to networks and linkages. So indeed, the students were looking forward to such networks. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. You know, when you now have an idea, is a journey. And it might seem easy for some people who have done it before, but remember, most of my life I've been in a classroom and I've been receiving knowledge. Now to be able to metamorph it, we need people like Hive Collab. Hive Collab do? And what is the process that you took most of these different individuals through to be able to make them the entrepreneurs that they are now?
Thank you so much, Mitch. My name is Viana Kamakune, and I work at Hive Collab as a business and investment analyst. Hive Collab is a tech innovation hub that offers investment readiness through acceleration and incubation to SMEs and startups. So that's basically what we do. That's our biggest mandate. Incubation and acceleration are slightly similar, but a bit different. So with incubation, it's putting together a business that is at ideation level to get it to having a prototype. On the other hand, acceleration is basically helping a business that has already started to get to the scaling level, to add extra resources or direction to help them achieve their next milestone. So those are the two things or areas where we play. When startups come in or SMEs come in for incubation, what we basically do is to start from the beginning. What problem are you solving? What solution are you offering? And then we want to establish, is there a problem-solution fit? Because most of the times when people come in, they're very excited about their ideas. What we want to get them to understand, is this a problem that is evident? Is there data to support it? Is there enough research to back up what you're trying to do? And then from that stage on, we start working on team development. There are a lot of people who are very excited to do businesses, but at the end of the day, finding the right people to be on the team can be very difficult. So what we do is to make sure that they understand the kind of composition that you need to have on the team, a team that is able to drive strategic decisions, but also at the same time that has the right kind of ingredients to be able to drive milestones. The other thing that we have to consider is the product itself. What kind of product are you bringing on board? What sets you apart? And also understanding what kind of competitive advantage you have. Because there are a lot of times when you have products that are flooding on the market, but what will make another customer or people come to you without necessarily trying to look at your competitors? So finding the uniqueness or competitiveness of your product that maybe limits barriers to entry of other products or other services is a key thing that we look at. So essentially what we do is to help businesses think about some of these things and also guide them through a number of masterclasses, one-on-one mentoring, but also through inviting other industry experts that can help them on this journey to succeed. When it comes to finances, it's also a very important thing for them to understand whether the idea or the business itself is feasible, but also at the same time, is it the kind of business that can attract or absorb a certain level of funding? So we have to get them to do a financial model to see the feasibility of the idea or the business that they are trying to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Viana. Viana. that you are finding amongst actually the successful respondents? Is there something that you're seeing which is an X factor? So that if I have it, I will make sure I amplify it. If I don't, I'll try to work to get it. So what are those particular traits that you're looking at?
Founder and CEO of AYuTe. AYuTe is one of the biggest agtechs currently in Uganda. So we are part of the judges, so I'm going to give the perspective of the trend which we've been able to see in the last 3 years for the common traits. So one thing which we have been able to observe is that the ability of the owner of the idea or the participants to be able to articulate very well the problem plus its corresponding solution plus the potential business model plus also the route to scalability. That means that this person understands the market which they are operating in. So of course, with a working prototype, I'm going to underline this in italics and bold, with a working prototype. So by that, what I mean is that not for you to just say, hey guys, I'm developing a solution for soil testing, it's going to use satellite imagery, or I'm developing such an solution, but you don't have any working prototype. Because everyone can do that, right? Every salesman can sell even something which doesn't exist. But when we are looking for the next generation entrepreneurs, we are looking for executors. We're looking for people who have a great mind and a great hand on execution. And one of the characteristics is that you need to be practical. That means that if you, in addition to articulating your problem and the solution and the business model, because you're not doing this for free, you need to make money, plus also the scalability that needs to become very big, you need to show that, hey, I also understand this execution by going ahead to make sure that I have a working prototype which shows great results. Those are the things which we have been able to see in all the 3 years we have been part of this journey. Of course, passion. Passion sits in the middle of all that, because without passion, all those things which I've mentioned, they can't happen.
Training, but I'd like to find out, what did being a part of the AYuTe challenge, what did it do and how did it impact your life? How did it help you to engage with a bigger market and access, actually, to have greater access to and impact more farmers in your life? So just give us your story, just in abbreviated form.
Yes. And just to begin, before we got some money from AYuTe Challenge, we were running individually, but currently now we are running as a company. I must say that this has been a game changer, that we were given a platform to validate our innovation, and we are currently serving over 5 fish farmers that are using our automated solar fish feeder. And this has given us, it has opened for us doors where we are now having partnerships with companies. I will mention one company, which is an international company that sells feeds. Those are fish feeds. So we have partnered with them so as we tap into a large pool of resources that they actually have. And not forgetting that this challenge, having participated in the challenge, we got visibility that we are also, at one time, we had to have a show with NBS that actually opened for us more doors, that we are currently getting a number of orders for fish feeders that are coming in, and we are yet to serving all those orders. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, a lot of times people say, oh, that the tech space and the innovation space is a male-dominated space. I'd like to know, how does, first of all, winning in your year, how did it impact on your life? How did it help you scale up your innovation? And how do you feel being a woman in that particular space? And now you're a champion. You're raising the flag high. So I'd like to know what your experience has been, and probably you'd end off with a few words of inspiration, because we're seeing an upward trend. So how can we amplify that trend?
I think the table is big enough for really everyone. So I think it's very important to change perspective. As a female, it doesn't make you any less of a winner or a team player if you involve collaboration with guys, with men. So I'd like you to look at it in a perspective of establish people you can work with and get a good team, you know? So that is what it is to be a woman innovator. And I think the challenges we face as women are different, but if you get a good team, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a female, predominantly female team or predominantly, you know, male team. I think you can get a good team as a female innovator, and you'll be able to push through. And I think showing up every day, proving yourself, because it's one thing to be given an opportunity and, you know, you don't live up to that opportunity. And it's another thing to be given an opportunity to prove yourself and to prove your work and to show up every day regardless of the challenges, and then make sure that you do a good job, yes. So for me, my AYuTe challenge was a bit different, I think, from other people's, because I was still a student. So I do have a co-founder who's actually here in the room, Mugisha Gift Arnold. And because I was a student, having a co-founder was such a big plus for me, because we balanced out everything through my AYuTe challenge. And the benefits that I've really seen through my journey have really come from collaboration, which is something I'd like to preach. It doesn't make you any less of a person when you get help from someone or when you work with people. It actually makes you a greater person. So collaboration, and I think that's one thing that Heifer really teaches and really lives up to. It's a kind of partner that does not leave you with the money, but walks that journey with you. When it gives you that prize money for the people who win today, it really does walk that journey with you to make sure that the money actually actualizes some change and you're able to impact farmers. Because it's one thing to have an idea, and then it's another thing to have the money to actualize that idea. But then it's also another thing to have mentors and partners that are able to push through, because these are people that have more connections than you do, they have more contacts than you do, and they have more experience. So my journey was a journey of collaboration, a journey of partnership, both with my team as Fraser Nanotech, but also with Heifer International. So I was able to push through because of those collaborations and that partnership. And I'll just say one last thing. Because we went to the level of the AYuTe Next Gen, it opened up more doors. So it gave us room for exposure. And that is something really huge if you're an innovator. When you're put on a platform, it gives people, it shows people what you're able to do, and it also opens doors for potential investors and for people who are willing to come and partner with you and push your project to a whole new level. And it's also one thing to be a young person and not meet people like you. So when you come into the ecospace of innovation and you join challenges like AYuTe, you meet like-minded people, you meet people who are very similar. And in that sense, you're able to expand your, grow as a person and expand your knowledge on things, and you're able to put up a great front as an innovator. So yes, I hope I was able to combine all the questions in one.
to myself, so you won money that year. Did you get more friends because you are now loaded and you had money? Do you give out loans? At what percent do you give out loans? No, but honestly speaking, I think they've all done an amazing job. What I'm going to ask is each of our panelists to prepare a closing statement of 30 seconds, which you think can inspire this generation of talented individuals. And I'm going to just walk into the audience and take 2 questions. Your closing statement as I walk to the other side there. 30 seconds to inspire these individuals, or maybe something that has been on your heart, which you feel strongly about the AYuTe Challenge and what Heifer International is doing.
AYuTe, this is season 4, Makere Oye. I to encourage the students that season 4, I think we shall take the 100 million. Thank you.
Okay, good luck to Team Makere.
Is Basomi Vejovator. I'm studying from SEDAT. I do visual communication and multimedia. I'm happy I came here, though I didn't intend to come. Really, my question is for the first gentleman from the side of the entrance. I'm kind of dealing in aquaculture, yeah? So I don't really know much about what your project was or is, and I would really like some enlightenment so that I can know whether we can work together or, yeah.
I'm telling you, people can do kakuyege for themselves. So what I'd like you to do is do this, and I think it's something that is very important. Opportunities like this are opportunities to network. And what she has just done is that she said, look, that is somebody who's working in a space that I'm interested in. And you'll find that there's so many different innovations which you could, one, amplify or collaborate with. And I think Dr. Samantha mentioned that, because no matter what you're doing, there's a lot more strength in partnerships than standing alone. So please, as soon as you are finished there, please walk here, get her phone number, only for business purposes. Find the bouncer there. I'll take the last question, but a question from this side. Okay, so William, let me have your closing statement, and I'll take a question from you. Closing statement?
These events for granted, because this is where you get people who can support you, people like us who can support you with what to do and not to do, because we have walked a long journey, we have done a lot of mistakes, and wouldn't want you guys to repeat the same mistakes. So you look at it from an opportunity to get different mentors or people who could potentially sit on your board of directors. Don't take it for granted. Then the second one is the ability to create partnerships. From our perspective as Easy Agric, we are in this because we believe there is a future around technology in agriculture which will ride on the rails we have built, which will ride on the foundation which we have built. We have networks of a lot of customers. I believe there are a lot of here winners who are looking for those customers. But it's an opportunity for us to shake hands, for us to interact, to create possible next big acquisitions, for us to create the next big mergers, for us to create the next big commercial partnerships, to make sure that we have a win-win for the innovators who could ride on the rails for agritechs like Easy Agric, which they have built. Thank you very much. So don't take this for granted.
All protocol observed. Hello, everyone. I'm coming from SEDAT, Mechanical Engineering, Year 3. My question goes to everyone at the panel. I took time to read your profiles at the entrance, each and every one, ranging from Dr. Samantha to the last guy. And my question is, how are you going to help the man at the field, like the guy in the village, to come up with better proposals? Because most of them, if you do have good social skills and maybe talk to them, they have great ideas, but they cannot come to such a platform and win prizes like us. So what is the plan do you have on the drawing board? Thank you.
Skills and talent that it's important for you to give back. But the question goes to the people on the stage now. Samantha, are you wealthy enough to give back now? Are you feeling generous? Do you want to give back? Is it something that Hive Collab and the training that you get in your incubation, does it speak about aspects of giving back to community?
Yes, I'd like to really answer that. We claim to be innovating for people who we have lost touch with. It's something I actually wanted to mention today, and I hoped for the opportunity to. As innovators, we have to make sure not to get out of touch with the people that we are innovating for. The solutions that we claim to provide. You know, I'd like to just talk about something that I've not been quite, I think, satisfied with, which is finance in agri-tech space. We claim that we're providing solutions that are actually viable and feasible for smallholder farmers, but when you look at those solutions, they're not really practical. They're not so practical for the people that we claim to be innovating for. So like you said, to answer that question, I think the best way to really bring the smallholder farmer to the table, to have a conversation, is to actually not lose touch with them. We may not always have them in the room, but us as innovators have to remember to go back to those farms and interact directly with those farmers and not be so distant from the people that we are innovating for. Because at the end of the day, we have to remember that farmers are actually the true innovators. Every day they're on the field, every day they're in the farms, innovating and coming up with solutions to cope with their problems. So they are actually innovating. So we might have fancier platforms and we might have fancier stages, but the true innovators are the people that are on the farms coming up with solutions each and every day. So I think to come up with solutions that work for them and to make sure that our solutions actually solve a problem is to not lose touch with the people that we are innovating for. So I hope I've answered your question that way.
Thank you, Samantha. All right, let's give her a round of applause. Viana, closing statement, 30 seconds.
All right. Of challenges and disappointments to entrepreneurs. But my encouragement to you is to keep on keeping on, because Uganda is still a very young ecosystem. And we have a lot of work to do from both the ESO side to the policy people and also to the entrepreneurs ourselves. So we are counting on each one of us to be able to do something to make sure that we put our ecosystem on the map. So please don't give up. Let each one of us play our part. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Viana. So we've got a question from here. Name, what you're studying, your question, please.
They've said it. You said you're working on a project of fish automated solar freezers. That's an eco-friendly innovation, and one of the government focuses right now is sustainability. And you, in your mentionings, you said you're only having so far 5 partners or 5 customers. What are you doing? One, to expand on your market, and also encourage other stakeholders, especially government, which is just only saying sustainability, but it's not putting it in focus. Can you tell us what you're going to do, or what are your plans to expand on it, and also grow your projects beyond only automated solar system freezers to also something else which is also eco-friendly and can lead to sustainability? Thank you.
That accurately feeds fish on the right time with the right quantities, basing on the number of fish in the production unit, basing on the growth stage of the fish, basing on the water quality and some other factors. I've said we have so far installed 5 feeders. So we have so far served 5 farmers, that is, we have given them 5 feeders. And we have pending orders. We already have 6 orders in the east, and we are currently manufacturing for them the feeders. And we are targeting by the end of, within 5 years, we're looking at expanding our market to Tanzania. And we are basically hoping to start with TZ in East Africa. So we also, before that, we are looking at engaging our fish farmers across Uganda. We have, like I said, we have partnered with some company which have a large pool of fish farmers, and we are doing a win-win situation to tap into the wide resources that they already have. So we already have ready market, and we have already received orders which we are currently working on. Hope I have answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much, Willie. I'd like to get a closing statement from John, please.
The young people, that our being here today is not by accident. It's actually a strategic positioning for AYuTe. And just to reaffirm that AYuTe is going to grow bigger and bigger just because of these partnerships that we are growing. And just to whisper to you that next year it's going to be actually double what you are seeing today. So just be at the lookout. Thank you.
John, first wait. So instead of 100 million, it's going to be 200 million. No, Twagal Kumanya. Just tell us. All right, but John, we are not going to have time to take all these questions. I'm going to have only one more question here, then Samantha and Willie will close, and then we'll move to the next segment. How can all these questions be answered? Because I've got so much feedback that is being generated here. How can they get in touch with Heifer International and their AYuTe project?
Thank you very much. I think the quick way is that AYuTe Challenge itself has got a website where you can drop certain comments, including our X page. But the other thing is that we are also accessible in terms of our physical presence in different areas. In Kampala here in Nakasero. For the eastern part, we are in Jinja. You could also access us there. But for the young people, I'm very sure that through the X handle, it will be very quick for you to be able to get any kind of responses. Our comms team are always on alert. So just drop in your question or comment and you'll be able to get a quick response.
All right, thank you, John. Last question here from the audience. Name.
Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. I would like to thank you very much for being part of us for the last 40 years. But we have not heard about your history because you have said you have been working amongst people who rear animals, heifers. The word heifers, I think it means the cows, young cows. You have said you have now shifted to a capital, and most of the audio videos were showing us that the people are now in crop. And we see, for us, we have learned that crops and animals are interdependent. We thank you very much for shifting from being specialized in animals and then also helping the people who are doing crop. Thank you very much.
Makeroye. Now, that question, John, should go to you, but I'm going to ask you to desist from answering because the next individual is actually the one who gave me a whole lecture about how Heifer International globally celebrating 80 years, but now in Uganda is celebrating 40 years, and they decided to do that shift. So he's going to come and tell us more about why have we moved from animals to capital. So I'm going to ask
we are the future, and it's very important to look at agriculture not only as a source of income but as purpose. You know that Africa can actually feed the world, like really think about it. And you need to realize that agriculture does not only mean that you specifically work at the farm, but there's so many avenues you can come in from. So I just like to tell you that whatever you've been hearing about agriculture, it's a big, big lie. You need to make your own research and realize that there's a lot you can do from agriculture. There's a lot you can earn from agriculture. There is good money in agriculture. And there's purpose in it because as Africa, we really, really, really can feed the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samantha. So, Willie, close.
Currently at, engage end users, have your development running concisely with the end users, have end users to give you what they believe or what they expect your solution must be before you bring it to them. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to all of our panelists. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Yes, you may multiply yourselves by 0. Let's give them a round of applause as they take their seats. All right, so while we were engaging with the audience, everybody was wondering, solution. You haven't given us the full story, so I'm going to call somebody who knows the story by heart. Please welcome the country director of Heifer International, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Matofu. Round of applause. To your attention that, we are in Makerere and young people, Balina vibe. They can't have you can't have a name like William, you have to have a nickname. So I was thinking, should we call you Willow or Wills? Which one is cooler?
The first one is right.
Willow.
Willow.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Willow.
You know, Mitch, that's why I like you.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I keep on challenging you. That why did you move from the other side to come to this side? Why did you leave the vet school and whatever is being done with vets and then you came this side?
Let me tell you something, Willow. When God opens a door, you must walk through it. So me, I'm walking, he's taking me on the path. So if he takes me somewhere else, I will also go. Where do you want to send me?
So what Mitch is confirming is that life is about opportunity. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. But since I'm also an alumni of Makerere, there's a culture here. And I think all of you know the culture. Makerere hoye. Makerere hoye. Good. So our chief guest, the representative of State Minister for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Mr. Segawa Ronald, who happens to be the Undersecretary for the Ministry, the representative for the Vice Chancellor, Professor Buyinza, the Assistant Commissioner for Communication, Ministry of Agriculture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, young people and innovators here, good evening. So once again, my name is William Matovu, and I'm very much excited to be here. For us at Heifer, this day is extremely very transformative because having so many of young people in this room listening to stories about agriculture is quite transformative. So please clap for yourself for the great work that you're doing. I'll start by telling you about who we are. We are an international non-profit organization, and we basically focus on working with smallholder farmers. And our mission is to end hunger and poverty while caring for the earth. When you read that mission is quite broad, okay? But when we started our work, sometime way back in the 1980s, our story began with a cow. It began with a US farmer whose name was called Dan West. Around 1945, for all of you who know what happens around 1945, the Second World War was ending. So what Dan West did, he organized his fellow farmers. Dan West was born in Arkansas, or Arkansas, as they call it, okay? He mobilized fellow farmers, and they took daily supplies in Spain as part of relief to support the people who had gone through war. After that, then Dan West saw that it was no longer sustainable to give handouts. And that's why he began the work of shipping cows to Spain. Some of you need to know that even people in Spain at one time got aid. Okay? So the story of giving out cows began then. Okay? But as John has ably told here, we've since transformed. Okay? We came to know, and actually also when we came to Uganda, we began by giving out cows. And our first cow we gave them in Gulu. Can you imagine? Nobody knew that the first cow that were brought in by Heifer were taken to Gulu in 1982. But we've seen transformed from that work, and that's why John was saying that from cow to capital, because we spend a lot of years working on what we call the production side of the livestock value chain. But now we are working at the full value chain, or full agricultural value chain. And that's why we are now able to do this sort of work, okay? So for me, it's exciting that we are celebrating our 80th birthday by having an event like this, which event is bringing together young people and interesting young people to get involved in the agriculture sector. It's with immense joy and profound honor that I stand before you this evening at the grand celebration of the 3rd edition of AYuTe. The AYuTe Africa Challenge is an initiative of Heifer International, and this was begun in 2021, as my colleague has already indicated to you. The vision of AYuTe is very simple. It's all about empowering young entrepreneurs to revolutionize the agricultural value chain across the Africa continent. Africa commands 60% of arable, actually uncultivatable arable land. The share of the global uncultivated land, globally right now, Africa takes a share of 60%. But Africa, every year, imports food worth over $1 billion US. If you take it closer here to Uganda, if you go in some of the statistics of Ministry of Agriculture, they indicate to us that we spend close to about $250 million US every year for importing vegetable oil. That money means giving away jobs. It means giving away opportunities. It means that you're going to jump on the planes and then you go to do odd jobs. So that's why we thought that if you look at this huge force of young people across the continent, because Africa has the youngest population in the world. Is it okay? And then also you tap into the opportunity that God gave us, which is fertile land. I've told you, 60% of arable land of the world is located in Africa. Okay? And then you introduce technology so that we can do exciting things. We can be more efficient at the farms. We can be able to create more opportunities across the value chain. We can easily get to the markets. We can address logistics for agribusiness to work very well. That's going to lead to transformation of the continent. And that's why we began this challenge so that we can be able to encourage you, energizing, very bright young people, to put your focus in identifying those innovations that can address and solve the problems that our smallholder farmers face so that they can be very efficient. And the testimony, Wide told you. And the testimony, Dr. Samantha told you. You could see that their innovation are geared towards addressing the challenges that farmers are facing, but also bring about efficiencies and also create more opportunities for other young people to be employed. So, tonight, we gather to shine a spotlight on the extraordinary contributions of young innovators whose groundbreaking ideas are set to transform the agricultural landscape in Uganda and Africa across. This program represents more than just a competition. It embodies our unwavering commitment to building a proper value chains which integrates youth, women, and fosters environmental sustainability as part of a broader mission of improving the livelihoods across the continent, but also to ensure that we can be able to contribute towards addressing the challenge of jobs on this continent. So, Heifer International Uganda has worked alongside smallholder farmers over decades, and again, we told you about that. And our issue is we want to support smallholder farmers so that they are profitable, they are resilient, and that they can live a dignified life. Okay? We want to look at the farmer so that the way you look at me coming here in a jacket is the same way we want to envisage a farmer. How can a farmer be able to have a good health care? How can a farmer be able to take his children to Makerere University? How can a farmer be able to save money and also invest in other businesses? So we're looking at supporting farmers so that they can get out of poverty, but that also they can look at agriculture as a business that can give them a decent livelihood. So, in the past 2 seasons of AYuTe, like they have told you, this is the 3rd season, if you combine nearly 500 brilliant minds have stepped forward and each has brought out what we call groundbreaking solutions. So for us, that's extremely very important, because if there was not this challenge, then we would not have had all the 500 ideas coming on board. So we are doing a number of things. Number one is that we are building a profile or a database of innovation and ideas, so that those who want them can come to you, and then they can be able to grow and promote your ideas. But also number two, we are giving you a platform of marketing your ideas, again like Samantha told you here. Okay? So by doing this, we are amplifying your idea, and the angel investors, impact investors, whichever sort of financials, donors, they can be able to see your idea and they can partner with you, so that then your ideas can be taken to commercialization and where possible to scale. And for us, the benefit is, so long as the farmer is being served and that the continent is becoming food secure, then we would have achieved our goal of ending hunger, poverty, and caring for the earth. So some of the ideas which have come through is that from the solar-powered from the solar-powered tractors to ingenuity of automated irrigation system, and also we are seeing new ideas which are coming off, like the nanotechnology from Dr. Samantha, including the smart feeding tool that we talked about, including other ideas which other innovators have not been able to bring up here, but which you can find on our AYuTe website. So we are witnessing that those ideas are really changing the face of agriculture and agribusiness in a bigger way, not just in Uganda, but across the continent. This year we are proud to announce that we received 261 applications. And out of those, it's very encouraging that 83 were women. Each year we are seeing a growth of innovations coming up, and for us that's giving us very much encouragement that we are having so many young, enterprising young people whom we are giving an opportunity to ensure that their innovation, their ideas can come in front of those who need them to ensure that we contribute towards transformation of our continent. The technologies we are celebrating today, including the soil testers, and we will see later, automated irrigation system, the cutting-edge pest detection devices, and the post-harvest handling technologies are transformative tools posed to revolutionize agriculture. By embracing such innovations, farmers are better equipped to navigate the challenges of shifting from weather patterns that we are seeing currently, and that they can increase the way they can increase and change the way labor-intensive tools are being used within our agriculture system. This year we are focusing on youth, especially female youth, and we encourage that female youth are participating in numbers in this competition. We'll offer a special spectrum of incentives, especially to innovative young women, both financially and also in kind. And also encourage young people to see agriculture not just as a livelihood, but as a transformative entrepreneurship opportunity that is going to create dignified jobs, but also support our country to walk on the path of transformation. So, in a special way, we want to thank our invaluable partners who have been part of us. The Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, AYuTe, Hive Collab, Makere Unipod, and at this juncture I want to thank Dr. Mbide for the great partnership, and I will request you please to give her a very hard clap. Because when we reached out to Dr. Mbide, she saw the opportunity and the idea very quickly, and she was very quick to be able to bring us on board, to be able to use the platform that Unipod provides to reach out to you as young people, including others in other universities. As I conclude, again, as John has indicated to you, each year we are making this event bigger and bigger. And indeed, I want to confirm what John said, that next year we want to ensure that we can be able to double the efforts that we had this year. Please clap for me. So we'll be making a more larger investment into the competition, because we know that we've really placed the right button that is able to lead us to achieving the objectives of setting up this competition. And in that spirit, we thank the MasterCard Foundation, because of their support, that will enable us to be able to make the event more bigger and reach out to more young people. Please give a hard clap to the MasterCard Foundation for that support. In the same spirit, I also want to thank our other partners who have been with us on this journey. Maza, who were the auditors in this competition, and I'm sure that later on they'll be able to declare with us, they'll be able to declare to us the results of the competition, how to win. And lastly, to the innovators, first of all, I congratulate you for those who are going to win. We live in a world of competition, and all the time we live in a world whereby we want to look at ourselves and we want to win all the time. Competition, competition, competition. But to me, it's not about the money that you're going to be winning, but it's about the opportunity that you've been given. I would want also to say what some of the speakers have indicated here. Don't focus on the money, but focus on the opportunity that you've been given, and also focus on building partnerships, collaboration, partnership, collaboration. When you take that lens in terms of driving your innovation, in terms of driving your business, success is at your door. To the rest of the other competitors who might not have won the money, all of you are winners. Because like I've indicated to you, what the competition is doing is that it's providing your innovation. So we're giving you a platform. Number two, we'll also give you after competition support, like incubation, for those whose ideas are worth taken to another level of incubation. But also number three, we are marketing your competition by taking it to other investors and financiers who might be interested in funding or financing your competition. So to me, whoever participated in this competition is a winner. I sign off by saying, thank you very much for the support. I sign off by saying, young people, the future is today. The future is not tomorrow. Maximize the opportunity that has come at your door. Like we say in most of our local languages, you hit the iron bar when it's still hot. When you leave it to get cold, you may not be able to bend it for God and my country. Thank you very much.
You know, I agree totally with what he said, that, you see, it's not even about winning. And I'd like to echo what he said and probably just remind us that there's a process that we go through. And there are quite a number of people who learn more from the process than from the prize. Because the process there is going to stick with you for the rest of your life, and it's going to help you probably become more innovative, probably drive you to even greater goals. So ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned that we have quite a number of partners, and it's my great pleasure now to welcome Mr. Ronald Segawa, who is representing the Honorable Minister from the Ministry of Animal Industry and Fisheries. Big round of applause.
Thank you very much. The representative of the Vice Chancellor, the Country Director of Heifer International, distinguished guests, and our esteemed innovators, good evening. They have introduced me, but for purpose of clarity, I would state my name. My name is Segawa Ronald Jagenda. I work as the Undersecretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, and I'm also an alumni of this great university. I was here between 1990 and 93, and I was staying in the only hall, University Hall. I came back 1998 to 2000 to do my master's, and I'm grateful that this university has contributed to my career. I thank you all so much. I want to, first of all, bring the apologies of my minister, Honorable Bright, and his colleagues, the ministers and the permanent secretary, who are not able to be here, but they are keenly following, and they have sent me to say that they support all the initiative that's being undertaken. I have a written speech by the guest of honor. I'll request your indulgence to allow me to read it, and at the end of the speech, I'll make 2 comments attributed to myself. Distinguished guests and esteemed innovators, I'm deeply honored to be here today at this gathering as we celebrate innovation and entrepreneurship through the AYuTe Africa Challenge. Tonight, we are now just recognizing outstanding achievements, but we are also championing a new era of our cultural transformation driven by the youth, powered by technology. The competition's objective is to provide a platform for young agrotech innovators developing solutions for challenges facing smallholder farmers. It awards cash prizes and business development support to those entrepreneurs, as we are witnessing tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our culture is the backbone of Uganda's economy, sustaining millions of livelihoods. The sector employs over 80% of the population of Uganda, which is at 54 million, and contributes 30% to the country's GDP. However, it is also an industry facing profound challenges: climate change, limitation access to markets, finance and productivity gaps that hinder the progress of our farmers. Addressing these challenges require new thinking, new tools, and new approaches. This is where innovation, like the kind we are celebrating today, becomes critical. As we gather here today, it is essential to recognize the profound impact of Heifer International Uganda that supporting AYuTe Africa challenges for over 4 decades. Heifer has dedicated itself to enhancing livelihoods of smallholder farmers in Uganda. Through impactful and sustainable development initiatives, Heifer has empowered numerous communities and touched the lives of over 1 million families in Uganda. Can we clap for them? Their commitment is a testimony to the potential for progress and a brighter future for all Ugandans, especially women and the youth. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent national census of 2024 revealed that over 70% of Uganda's population is under the age of 30. This exacerbates an already existing challenge of youth unemployment that Uganda and the continent grapples with. Government recognizes this and has put in place initiatives to address such challenges in the Vision 2040. Particularly, the Parish Development Model, PDM, is earmarked to stimulate employment through agribusiness, value chain development, financial inclusion, infrastructure and economic services, community mobilization, mindset change, among others. Uganda's government acknowledges the influential role of innovation within the agriculture sector. By harnessing technology, the government aims are expedited and the national development objectives, including the evaluation of household incomes, food security, ensuring better nutrition, and fostering employment as outlined in the National Development Plan. Tonight, we have been privileged to witness the landmark stories of innovation emerging from the bright minds of our youth. Can we put our hands together for those that have participated? I extend my heartfelt congratulations to everybody involved, especially to our winners, but as my previous speaker said, today everybody is a winner. While today marks a significant triumph, it is only the beginning of a much larger journey. The real work of transforming those brilliant ideas into scalable, impactful solutions begins now. With the collective support of everyone present, government officials, private sector, stakeholders, and other partners, we have a tremendous opportunity to expand, enrich, and nurture those innovations. Together, we can cultivate an environment where those innovations flourish and make lasting impact on the lives of the farmers. Our profound gratitude extends to all partners, judges, sponsors for our integral role in this challenge. Your dedication ensures that such initiatives not only thrive but also set a precedent for future successes in agriculture. To every participant, regardless of the outcome of tonight, your ideas are valuable and important. Your active participation, commitment, and dedication to agrotech innovation is integral to shaping our present and future culture landscape. Keep innovating, challenging, and status quo, and striving for greatness. It is my brief belief that initiatives such as the AYuTe Africa Challenge under the stewardship of Heifer International and with the steadfast support of the government and the people of Uganda have the power to transform lives and pave the way for sustainable prosperity across our nation. May this opportunity unlock further avenues for innovation and growth, propelling Uganda into the global stage. This is the end of the message from the Honorable Minister. I have three small things to add. One, that the focus now for the government of Uganda and the agriculture sector is to commercialize. For a very long time, we have been trying to produce, but with less focus on commercialization. Now, in order for us to commercialize, to shift from where we have been to where we want to go, the focus must be on innovation. Certain things must change. And certain things cannot change if we don't have innovation. The youth, who everybody has mentioned are the majority of the Ugandans, need to be attracted to agriculture. They can no longer join agriculture in its current form or the yesterday form. The reasons are clear. The youth now have one hand. This other one hand is arrested by technology. The phone has arrested one of the hands. And the next 10 years, it will not be possible for the youth to do away without a phone in one hand. So everything we must do is to recognize that technology is here to stay. No amount of complaints. Therefore, we must identify along the culture value chain, where do we put the youth with their phone in the hand. And now that we have talked about commercialization, the simple definition, the economists will give a lot of definition. Simple. How do you help a farmer to put 1 shilling in the garden and they come out with 1 shilling plus? That's a simple definition. So you innovators first understand what is limiting the farmer to put 1 shilling in the garden or in any activity of agriculture and they come out with 1 minus. Many farmers are putting 1 shilling, they are coming out with 1 minus. When you come with 1 minus 3 times, it is obvious you will disappear. You will not go back to the garden. Nobody will tell you don't go back to the garden. You will not go back to the garden. So the work we have to do, how do we clarify on those circumstances, the problems that are making the farmers put 1 shilling and get 1 minus, then they concentrate on getting 1 plus, 1 plus. And you innovators, the only way you can get money from innovation is to make sure that the farmers recognize that when they uptake your innovations and they go to the farm, they go to the gardens, they will put 1 shilling using your innovation and they will come out with 1 plus. Just 3 examples. How can a farmer get money from growing maize when the only sellable item on the maize is the maize grain? Just reflect on the plant called maize, which has leaves, which has a stem, which has a cob. But the farmer of Uganda now, 90% or 99%, only get value from the grain. They will throw the cob, they will throw the stem, they throw the leaves. It's not possible for you to get your money you put in the garden of maize if your only commercial part of that crop is the grain. So the innovators have a simple job. How do you help the farmer get money from the cob? What we call in my language here in central Uganda, ekikongoliro. How do you help him to get money from what we call again here in Uganda, ekisoli. You hear even the word, the language, the word. Ekisoli. Connoting that something of no value. How do you help him to get that? Another one. How do you help a dairy farmer, a dairy cat farmer, not to focus on the 2 liters of milk he gets from I need to get my brother to help me to understand. An average heifer farmer, how many liters of milk does he get? 3. That one is a good one. How can you feed a heifer from the income of 3 liters? And then you get 1 shilling plus. So how do you help the farmer to get your money from the cow dung? Because that cow dung is part of your 1 shilling you put. How do you help this farmer to get money from the urine of the cow? The scientists will tell us that urine is near urea. The properties are not far. And you can convert it into urea through a simple process. The scientists are here and the innovators are scientists. Isn't it? Do you have innovators from the arts section of the school? From history class? I need to see. So, the innovators are scientists, largely. And what I'm talking about is not really rocket science, it's ordinary science. So, how do you help a poultry farmer not concentrate on that's the egg he gets from the layer chicken? One egg. Sometimes this chicken will skip, will give you one egg in 2 days. So how do you turn that chicken dropping to contribute to 1 shilling plus? That's a simple thing. And once you do that, you people are going to become rich. I conclude. I'm taking back one message that the ministry and the government should now nurture these innovators into real innovators, and they progress the innovation from laboratory, from concept to now contributing to national development. And that's simple. I know people will come, will say, oh, give us your contact. We want to get proposal. You know, proposal writing is also now a job. No, don't come with you already have a proposal. Just come to work with the ministry to satisfy your innovation. To confirm that your innovation works, and to tell Ugandans that we have an innovation that we have approved as government and solves the problem XYZ. That's what we need immediately from government, and that is available at no fee. Because I'm sure these young people are going to struggle when they go to market their proposal and people are asking them, confirm that when I give you my shilling for your innovation, okay, it will not turn out to be a fake innovation. But if you have a certification from government, from the relevant government body, then you know that's a big step, and it's easy for you to sell your innovation. And we can also work with you to introduce you to the government systems and local government. You know, government is everywhere. Every local government has agriculture extension people. They are few, but they have authority. And the people refer to them to ask them, have you ever heard about, there's a young man talking about this innovation. Like this brother of mine who's talking about the innovation that is feeding fish, in fish farming. People run to the district fishery office and say, we have heard. Have you also heard? And if he says, yes, that works, they look for you and give you money. And if he said that he's not aware, you are going to have a problem selling that technology. So we have that opportunity that once, through our partners and the government institutions, confirm, it's very easy to ride on the government systems, and you reach the farmer and you convert your innovation into money. With that, I want to wish you well, and I say all this for God and my country.
Animal industries and fisheries. So, we are now moving to the place that everybody has come here waiting for. But in the spirit of Makererenism, when we were in Lumumba over 30 years ago, I don't know if things have changed, but when it came to around 7 or 8 o'clock and you're hungry, we used to go to the dining hall, and fighting for food was what helped us build character. We had something called dynamics in Lumumba. Lumumba, eh? Yes, you people, have things changed in Lumumba? Is food okay? Do we still fight for food? We still do. Yes, that builds character. When you reach the real world, you have to fight, you have to struggle. Life is a struggle. So if you don't fight for food at the university, what will you? You won't fight for love. We used to fight for love in books. You can see, that's why now some of us are heartbroken, but it is okay. So I'd like to say that, remember, as Heifer International, we are trying to fight hunger globally. So we are also starting here in this room. So we'd like to tell everybody that right after the award ceremony, there is food for everyone. So we can clap. Let's clap down. Let's clap. I know a lot of you are saying, oh, now I have to go with my boyfriend out for chicken and chips in one day. No, no, no. We've got high quality food here, so be on standby. But before we dive into the awards, we must be sure that they're authenticated. So it's my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the organization that did the authentication and made sure that they were clean, crisp, and clear. Please welcome Mr. Fred Kasozi from Frovis Mazars. Big round of applause.
Good evening. Innocent Mhangazi is my name. I'm a practitioner with Frovis Mazars. Frovis Mazars Certified Public Accountants. It's a firm of professional accountants, part of a global network that among the many things that we do provide audit and assurance. And it's on that basis that we're here. We are in the business of integrity. And we are more than privileged to have been part of the process. I think to say privileged is an understatement. We're even inspired along the way. We thought we would perhaps participate in the next round, but then as part of the eligibility criteria, we found that there is an age limit in Uganda, pun intended, and therefore, of course, we couldn't qualify. But we'd like to provide assurance that we've been there throughout the evaluation process. The sponsors were fair enough to put together a panel of judges that had both rich and relevant experience and was diverse to facilitate a very methodical process in arriving at the winners. As you've heard, the entrants were quite a number, from 261 entrants through the different levels of saving to 61, then 19, then 15, and the ultimate winners that are going to be announced shortly. So I'd like to confirm that indeed the people that are going to be announced have gone through a rigorous process. We've been part of the process, and we give the confidence and assurance that the process is authentic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now that we're sure that it's a clean identification of the winners, I'd like to call Mr. William Luinda from Easy Agric to the stage. Because William, your job is going to be to, first of all, hand over a check to the top 10 individuals. I've got a list here, so let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way to the stage. So to put things into perspective, we started off in the month of July, made sure that the entire world knew about the AYuTe challenge, told people that you can make a difference with your agricultural innovation, and said, send in your applications. Tell us about what you'd like to do and the impact that this can have. 3 months later, out of the over 260 plus applications that came in, we narrowed them down to the top 10. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage each of these individuals that you're going to see on stage now is worth 2 million shillings. So if they have mabanja, you know how to talk to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to ask us to put our hands together for the top 10 individuals of the AYuTe Challenge Season 3. Starting off with Smart Farmer, Oketayot Lawrence. Come on down, come on down, come on down. Obugalo. Ladies and gentlemen, another winner in the top 10, I Make Food Dryer. Please put your hands together for Joseph Nyeko Churchill. Ladies and gentlemen, another top 10 winner, Smart Ear Tags. Oketayot Lawrence, Joseph Nyeko Churchill, Sekandi Tony and Roland Aijuka, Baluku Defao, Beinamani Peter, Kansime Enid, Mwesigwa Jordan, Nekesa Mercy, Kibota Jude, and Arinda Josephine. So I'd like to ask, yes, William, if you could get that check and stand right in the middle of all these lucky winners. Stand right in the middle, and everybody grab a piece of that check. Let's all grab a piece of that check. Ladies, if I could have one lovely lady on the left and one on the right. Yes, so that it beautifies the picture even more. Aha, beautiful. Let's give them a round of applause. All right. Okay. Those are enough pictures for TikTok and for the red pepper. Wait a second, red pepper is not there anymore, sorry. Okay. All right, so remember I had told everybody that each person on stage is worth a minimum of 2 million shillings for their innovation. Now, what that means is that there are going to be individuals on this stage who will proceed to even win bigger prizes. So let's just give them a round of applause and ask you to please take your seats. Please take your seats. All right. Thank you, William. Thank you, William. I'd like to ask, let me see, who can I ask now? Viana. Viana, please do me the honors of being on stage to give out the next segment. So, one of the things that we saw and we were extremely excited about was the fact that there's been an evolution. And it's not just young men who are innovating, but even the ladies are getting excited. So we wanted to just say congratulations to them. And we have a special category. This category, we are calling it the women's category. So ladies and gentlemen, the lovely ladies whom you're seeing on stage right now are going to walk away with approximately $1,000 US, 3.5 million shillings for their innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, these people were not on stage earlier. They have won bigger money even. Please welcome, with an innovation called Nanex, the one and only Patricia Nidsima. We can't move away from that. This is a Hollywood moment. Ah, Dayo. Labo, no. What is this now? Can't come here just fwa. This is, no, first wait, we need to give you oomph. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the ladies in the room with her innovation, please welcome with an innovation called Nanix, Patricia Ninsima. Congratulations, Patricia. There you have it. Innovation pays, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 million to be able to make a difference. Let's give her a big round of applause. Amazing stuff. All right, let's give Patricia a big round of applause. Congratulations, Patricia. Amazing. And I love your swag, the shoes, the jacket, what it is, man, what it is. All right, so thank you very much. Diana, you can take your seat. I'd like to call upon also one of our partners. I'd like to call upon Maren from Emata. Maren, please do us the honors. We'd like you to hand over the next one. Let's give her a round of applause. Emata is a fintech that is working together with us to be able to train these individuals and empower them. So, we told you that we support the ladies in the agenda for innovation. So we gave out not just one 3.5 million, but we gave out two. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to call onto the stage the next lovely young lady who's also walking away with 3.5 million shillings. Please welcome somebody who came up with a solar-powered tick detector. Please welcome Stella Nakirija Obugalo. Let's give it up for Stella. Now you see, this is what they teach you in school, DJ. This is what they teach people in school. You know, if you find opportunities in challenges, because ticks are the most annoying little things, but she said, no, let me show you that I can make money from ticks. Big money from small things. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, Patricia, please go and take a group picture there too. Let's let Stella finish her moment of magic also. Thank you very much, Maren. All right. So, now we're getting into the real juicy stuff. We have the second runner-up, the first runner-up, and then we have the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the second runner-up is going to walk away with 10 bricks, 10 million Uganda shillings. So let's give a round of applause for that money already. I can feel the energy. So to hand that out, it's my pleasure to call upon the country director of Heifer International. Let's welcome back the man himself, Willow Obugalo. Ladies and gentlemen, the second runner-up of this year's AYuTe Africa Challenge, Season 3. In breaking news, live from Makerere University in the heart of Kampala City, in the Pearl of Africa, let it be stated that the winner is, with an idea about solar axis, the one and only Olivia Nachiwanuka! Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Olivia Nachiwanuka! Wow. Video, please.
This is a machine that moves solar panels and enables them to follow the sun's path throughout the day. Unlike normal solar panels that stay in one place, and people say that in the morning and in the evening you won't get enough energy from the sun, and the peak sunshine hours are 12 p.m. to like 2 p.m. This device will enable your solar panel to move according to how the sun moves throughout the day, so you'll have a consistent production of energy from your solar panel throughout the day. It has a microcontroller, which is what interprets the signals from the sensors. Our device is moving the solar panel to face in this direction so that it can get the sunlight that's coming from this side. The government is empowering smallholder farmers by giving them solar pumps to venture into sustainable irrigation. But then the thing is, when you interact with a farmer, they will tell you the ideal time for irrigating is in the morning or in the evening. But then again, when you're using a solar system, they will tell you the most ideal time for you to use your solar system is in the afternoon, which contradicts with the farmer's activities. So if a smallholder farmer has this attached to their solar pump, they'll be able to do their irrigation very early in the morning or in the evening because they'll have enough energy, which is not the case currently with your fixed panels, because with a fixed panel, in the morning or in the evening, your pump will not be pumping water to the extent that you want it to. So if I got 50 million, I would scale up production of this, because so far now we have a working prototype that we haven't rolled out into the market yet. And then these screens, everything on this machine is accessible here in Uganda, which makes my product very cheap. I sell it at 600,000, which is very affordable by a smallholder farmer.
Amazing. Olivia, congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause. Huh? This should serve as motivation to all of us. If Olivia can do it, you can also did it. Congratulations, Olivia. Thank you very much, William. All right. So, as Olivia takes her seat, it's important to note that we are now moving to the first runner-up. And we decided that, you know, the first runner-up, yes, probably needs a little bit more. Sweeten the pot a bit, and we're giving the first runner-up 25 million shillings. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of appreciation, I'd like us to put our hands together for the first runner-up at Season 3 of the AYuTe Challenge, walking away with 25 million Uganda shillings. Please welcome, with an innovation called Mac Agrometer, Angel Uwera! DJ, fast low. That's it, Angel. Do you need a new best friend, man? Olivia is your friend. You can go. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Angel Uwera! Walking away with 25 million shillings. First runner-up at this year's AYuTe Africa Challenge Season 3. In an amazing twist of events, if you're counting, that means that 2 out of the top 3 innovators for this year have been ladies. Abasaja Muriwa! Where are you? Hey. I got so excited about the money, I forgot to call someone to award. You people leave me alone. These things are very complicated. Eh? All right, let me see who I can call to handle this. Let me see. No. In fact, no. Angel, stop. Before you hand it over, I'm going to invite someone very special. And this is something which a lot of people don't understand. Projects like this cost a lot of money. And what you need is that you need an organization which, first of all, is committed to ensuring that, one, they improve the number of employment opportunities in Uganda. Every day they wake up, they're thinking about how many jobs can we create in Uganda. And I think the last time there was a discussion, there was a number which they were throwing around. Was it like close to 2 million jobs in the next series of years? So when this individual comes, I need us to put their hands together, because not only have they supported us this year, but they're supporting us next year in a bigger and a better way. Ladies and gentlemen, from the MasterCard Foundation, please welcome Gilbert Engulu. Gilbert, where are you? Give him a big round of applause. So, Gilbert is the program partner and handles agriculture. So these are the people who are going to be making sure that the right money gets into the hands of the right partners and the biggest number of jobs are created. So let's give them a big round of applause. So as you can see, the money came from Gilbert, now it is going to Angel. You see how life is? Life is very complicated. $25 million shillings going to the first runner-up at this year's AYuTe Africa Challenge. Video, please.
The Mac Agrometer is a low-cost handheld device that informs farmers of the exact concentration of nutrients in their soil. It is based on an NPK sensor that is inserted into the soil samples that a farmer collects from their field. And this is a device where the farmer can see the real-time data from their soil. For soil testing, the farmer has to collect different samples from his gardens and then mix them up together. The commonest method used by farmers is the zigzag method. Collect different samples and then put them in one container. So after switching it on, the farmer inserts this in a container that contains soil samples from the field. These soil samples are usually collected from around 15 centimeters below the ground, because that is where the root zone is found for most crops. And then the farmer waits for the values to stabilize on the device. So for NPK, this is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now, the soil has different macronutrients that our plants always need, but really the ones that stand out the most, that influence the most of the plant's growth and yield eventually, it's these three, and that's why even most of our fertilizers come in these three proportions. And after that, they are able to compare these values with a user guide that is so far easy to understand. This user guide comes with different crops and their different growth stages and the particular values of N, P and K required at that particular stage. The farmer then compares the ideal values from this user guide to what they have found from their soil, and then they are able to know what is the deficit from their soils. They can then use this decision to know the type of fertilizer to buy and what amounts to apply to their soil. Our plan right now is to digitize this user guide that we have here into a fertilizer calculator that can come with personalized recommendations for the farmers. We also want to be able to translate it into different languages depending on where the farmer comes from.
From Angel Uwera. Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again also to Gilbert from the MasterCard Foundation. Now, this is what support is all about. You need robust partners like that to be able to deliver an initiative like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. The next individual walking onto this stage is going to have a 50 million shilling award prize handed over to them for their innovation. So I'd like to call upon our guest of honor, Mr. Ronald Segawa, to do the honors to hand over the top prize of 50 million Uganda shillings. Ladies and gentlemen, just to set the stage once again, we started off with over 260 respondents, and now we are down to just one more. The winner of this particular prize is going to go away with 50 million shillings, which they can use to scale up and to enhance their innovation. It's my great honor to welcome to the stage the overall winner of this year's AYuTe Challenge. And the winner is it going to be a boy or a girl? A man? Is it going to be a guy or a chick? All those who think it's going to be a woman, put your hands up. Okay. All those who think it's going to be a man, put your hands up. Yeah, I think it's important for equal opportunities. Yes, even a few men should win. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this year's Innovation Prize, courtesy of Heifer International, our partners with 50 million shillings walking into their pocket. And the winner is with the solar egg incubator, Nakalema Assumpta. Ladies and gentlemen, and our winner for this year is Assumpta Nakalema with her innovation, the Solar Egg Incubator.
My name is Nakalema Assumpta from Agrovision Uganda. Excited to present to you our innovation. My name is Nakalema Assumpta from Agrovision Uganda. Excited to present to you our innovation, the Solar Egg Incubator, designed to help smallholder farmers to improve hatch rates while using sustainable energy. Smallholder farmers in Uganda today play a crucial role in poultry farming while often working with limited resources. Many face the challenge of low hatch rates due to lack of affordable incubators. This innovation is a game changer for farmers who are looking to add value to their eggs but can't afford expensive imported equipment. Our solar incubator addresses problems by providing a low-cost solution designed especially for local conditions. It offers farmers the ability to hatch up to 100 or 300 eggs at a time, significantly improving their productivity and profit. The heater lamps generate the necessary warmth within the incubator, maintaining the ideal temperature range of 37 to 38 degrees Celsius, essential for proper egg development. We have equipped the incubator with a humidifier that maintains required humidity levels between 45 to 55%. A built-in fan ensures that heat and humidity are evenly distributed inside the incubator, creating a stable and consistent environment for the eggs. The side of the incubator is lined up with aluminum foil, which acts as an insulator, trapping heat inside to maintain the perfect incubation conditions. Display provides a real-time reading of temperature and humidity, allowing farmers to monitor these critical parameters at a glance. The incubator also features a door monitoring system that triggers an alarm if the door opens accidentally during incubation, preventing any disruption to the process of incubation. The incubator housing is built from low-cost plywood, making it both durable and affordable for poultry farmers. What makes this incubator truly innovative is its AI-powered remote monitoring system. Sensor data generated inside the incubator is sent to a cloud server for analysis, and the web app can predict the likelihood of eggs hatching, giving farmers valuable insight to optimize their hatching process. The incubator can handle between 100 to 300 eggs at a time, making it ideal for smallholder farmers looking to add value to their produce. The 100 egg capacity incubator is available for just 700,000 Ugandan shillings. At AgroVision Uganda Limited, we are transforming farming with sustainable, affordable, and innovative solutions.
Chichi, twagala vibe nawe. Ladies and gentlemen, Nakalema Assumpta, the winner of this year's AYuTe Africa Challenge Season 3. Load them too. Low. All right, so Assumpta, we want to hear from you. We want you to inspire the next generation of innovators and also to tell the boys not to give up, that they also have a chance. Please take that microphone there. Mr. Segawa, if you could kindly stay on stage, we'd like to have a picture together with you and with all the other winners. So Assumpta.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so honored and so happy. On behalf of AgroVision, I thank Heifer International and AYuTe for the opportunity and for believing in us. We are looking forward to working with you. I'm super excited, so thankful to the team for AgroVision, so thankful to Hive Collab and all our facilitators for believing in us. I would love to also thank all the innovators that were with us. I encourage you to not give up, to stay on the course, and also those ones who are coming on in season 4. believe in yourself. I just believed in myself. All people that were in the innovation, facilitation and all that can give a testimony that I was not really that kind of person that would stand in people. But I am so grateful. I believed in myself and I've made it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Assumpta. Can I have Angel, Olivia, Stella, and Patricia back on stage? We'd like to have a picture together with you. I would also like to have the country director and professor. Professor, if you could kindly do us the honors also, we'd like to have you up on stage. So take one wonderful group picture. Could we have everybody front and center? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for all of the winners at this year's AYuTe Africa Challenge. DJ Low. Thank you very much. Mr. Segawa, thank you very much, Professor. I would like to ask the judges to kindly make their way to the stage. We'd like to take a picture with the winners and the judges. Judges, please make your way to the stage. Make your way to the stage. Judges, please. Winners, please. Mr. William, DJ, load them tune, load them tune. Mr. William, I'd like you to be on standby because I'd like you just to give a vote of thanks. We are very excited that we've gotten great feedback for this year. But we just like just everybody to know the value that they've brought to the table. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the judges, and our country director will introduce them, but it's this panel of talented individuals who have identified these very talented individuals.
Yeah, our esteemed judges, we thank you very much for winners, the top 5 winners, right? Being ladies, please give them a applaud of. Okay. So we have Dr. Ambide. Dr. Ambide was one of the judges. Dr. Ambide, can you wave to from Unipod? Then we have Mr. Geoffrey Oketa from Financial Sector Deepening Uganda. We have John Senyonga from Heifer International. Am I missing somebody there? John, wave your hand so that. Then we have William from Isa Greek. And we missed one judge, right? We we missed one judge from Heifer Collab, Donna, right? She was not able to be here. So judges, thank you very much. We really appreciate the great work that you did for us. And certainly Maza were our auditors for the process. So we really appreciate our partners for the great support for this competition, and we look forward to collaborate next year. Oh yeah, and I missed out one judge, Madame Grace Boji. I think you know Madame Grace Boji of Boji Farms, was also one of the judges. She wasn't be able to make it to this event, but we appreciate her hard work. Over to you, Dr. Mitch.
You can be on this stage here. You imagine if we had 500 people next year participating, what a difference that would make in Uganda. Let's give a round of applause as they all take their seats. Thank you. Lots of great work, and I'd like to give a big round of applause to Issa, who works with Heifer International. Let's give him a round of applause, huh? I'd like to thank you for the work you've done for identifying all the talented young individuals, and I just want to know, so what is your hope for the next year? Just what, as an individual, what is your hope for the next year?
Yeah, I think my hope for next year is that, I mean, as John mentioned to you here, we didn't do this by accident, it's strategic. So we want to see more participation. We are investing downstream where we believe innovation starts. So we want to see many more young people stepping forward boldly to showcase their technologies. So we look forward to a very bright season 4 of AYuTe. And about the food, tonight seems to be like a ladies' night. I don't want to spoil things, so I'll pass the mic to my colleague Flavia to announce the next big.
Night. Thank you, Dr. Mitch, for leading us on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a sumptuous dinner. Please don't leave it with us. We shall just take the route here and have our dinner. That is the first 3-4 lines. And our dear students, great dinner has also been served at level 5. We shall lead you there. So kindly follow the ushers. They will lead you to where you shall have dinner. Please come along with us and enjoy dinner because this night deserves celebration. Thank you.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and bon appetit.